Hello darlings and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we'll be doing a 5 top products and tips that are from my personal fave, talking about them, playing with them and giving you a tip on how to apply them. So let's begin. So, blam blam. So, I am looking like your pale Aunt Susie. Look like I've been on a cheap holiday to Benidorm, come back, it's been a week, I've popped a skeggy in the meantime and this is how I look. What do you think? So the reason I look so clapped right now is because the 5 products that I'm gonna use and show you are the ones that I need to finish this old mug. So I've contoured, I've foundationed, I've put on a base face, I've blushed. The contour, all that jazz is not gonna be part of it from one element. This big old contour's gonna get contoured. So before we go any further, I just wanna give a shout out because this old girl's running out of ideas that much. She's having to ask her boss what to do for videos. So the original suggestion was 24 top tips from me, and to be honest with you, I could struggle to name 5. So it took a minute to put this video together, so appreciate it. So starting off with Sleek Cosmetics Contour Kit. Yeah, that's right. That's my first product. I love this. This was one of the first products I ever bought when I first got into makeup. I used to use this, as mentioned before in a previous video, to contour my whole face with one shade. I know I didn't even go there, but I thought it looked great. As a cute little highlighter, but this shade of brown, I'm telling you, I can't find it nowhere else, girl. I bought another one and it makes me look like a dodgy mocha hot chocolate. This is the one. So what I've been doing recently, which I've learnt to love, I've been inspired by RuPaul's Drag Race. So I use a narrow brush. I don't even know what kind of brush this is, girl, but this is the brush we're using. And I'm going to go into the product here and I go in dark, like dark. And we're just going to go in on the edge of the nose and contour down. And I'll do that first in silence and I'll be So, blam blam. So here we have an overly contoured nose. So you want to line on the powder, and I've got quite a strong structure to my nose here, but it bulges out here. I've got a bit old Italian nose, but again, this is why I love contour, this is why I wear makeup. So you just want to go in a straight line all the way down. It looks blurry, it looks smudgy. It's not a good application. It makes my contour look really big, but believe me, you watch the next trick. So just go on strong and do not be afraid. So phase 1 done. So just to go a bit more into my inspiration. So I have been watching RuPaul's Drag Race from probably, I'm only a recent finder of it. So probably since series 10, no 8. And I've been so inspired by how they do their makeup. I love the strong contour. I love the way they contour their noses. I thought I was good at it, but since I've been practicing the other day and in recent weeks, I really feel like I found myself a little bit more. So I always noticed how they over contour their nose and then they put some foundation in the middle and shamblam, they got a free nose job, and girl, it worked. So backing off of this now, my second top tip product is, and we all know I'm a budget girl, I just get a Primark PS foundation stick. It's only £2.50. You get loads of product. Look how much is left on this still, and I've been using this for months and months. Amazing. And I was using it originally for my whole face. So this is really great for contouring your nose with, highlighting underneath your brows, and I just like to highlight my lip with it before I put a highlighter on, just because I feel like it really picks up. I also use this to faintly draw a line here under the contour, just so you can see how distinctively fake my jaws are. My cheekbones, girl, sorry. So what I do is I have a double-ended concealer stick here, which I did originally use for my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, which I don't really use too much. I need to get back into that. And then all you need to do is with the end of it and the smaller side, just pick up a load of product on there, just get it on there. And then all you do is draw a line down the center of the nose and then just buff it out, simple. So I'm just gonna apply it, we'll smudge it and you'll see it. So, blam blam. So I just simply apply like this, and then I use a beauty blender, the same one I used with my foundation, and just gently dab on top of it. So, blam blam. There we go. So now that the nose is highlighted, you can see the contour's gone a bit off focus now. So using the same brush with no extra product, with the product already there, just blend that in and sharpen it up. So, blam blam. There we go. So now it's been sharpened up and looking nice. All you need to do now, it looks really great if you're looking forward on. When you go sideways, it does make my nose look big, but I've got a big nose, what can you do about it? I just like to go in with a powder base now, just to set the face in a little bit. So using any brush you've got, flat-ended, rounded, just drop mine, doesn't matter. Just go in with more of a skin tone shade or something just to highlight your face. Just get the product on and very gently and subtly tap it on just to set this on, because it is at the end of the day foundation, so it's going to be thick on your face, and the last thing you want is for this to smudge. So just set it in with a bit of powder, and then now that's done, just mildly again sharpen up the edges. So, blam blam. There we go. And then what you can do, because it just is like a straight outline, you can just use the brush and just bring a bit of the product onto the edges, just to soften it out a little bit. And there we go. We have a nose contour done. I've got a strong structured nose. I feel good. So, the next step now is highlighter. And the next product that I cannot live without is a Jeffree Star, so don't come for me. Is the Jeffree Star Platinum Ice Highlighting Palette. I absolutely love this. I got it on my first trip to the Morphe store in Westfields with my partner. That was about 2 months ago. Loved it, brilliant, used it ever since, great. So, I like to go in personally with a highlighting brush. Something else on the floor. So just going in, again, with a Jeffree Star highlighting brush. I like to use this shade, it's my personal favourite. It is the shade Glacier. You have these ones a bit more blushy, but I always find they look a bit smudgy on the face, whereas this one has the best result. So just get a bit of the product on here. Oh, look at that reflection. And then just highlight onto your cheekbones. So remember, it goes contour, blush, highlight. Girl, you got to remember it one day. Now, I personally recommend when doing this is to go in with a smaller, fluffier brush, as opposed to going into a brush more like this, which is wider and chunkier, whereas this is smaller and precise, so you can have more precision and control over your look. And I've just accidentally swatched the whole palette while I was trying to hold that and talk to you. So I'm just going to go in again, bit more product. I like to be quite glowy, so we go in strong, don't tap it off. And then what we're going to do is place the product onto the cheekbone like this, going onto the temple, and then small circular motions, blending it into the blush and the contour so it looks highlighted and alive. Just small circular ones. Try and press down a bit. You see it's getting that reaction there. It's getting a bit more live. You see, looking lively, looking fresh, looking dull, looking dead. So all you need to do is you want to highlight the tip of your nose, slightly on the bridge of the bone, just one dip to do both of these areas. Very light though, otherwise you'll look oily and unattractive. You want to go in onto obviously the other cheekbone, highlight underneath your eyebrow, which I'm about to do in a second with the same technique I did for my nose, just so the product sits better on there. And then go in for the forehead bone, if you want to call it that here. I like to do some on the upper lip and then fluff a bit on the ears with your wider, chunkier brush, because girl, it don't matter where it goes on there. So I'll be back. So, blam blam. There we go. So I'm highlighted, fresh and alive. I look sweaty and I look disgusting, but that's how I like it. So if this isn't the look for you and you do too much, some top tips I can give you just to remove some product is a beauty blender for one, because it's mucky and it will just pick up the extra product. This is a bit too strong for my liking, so I will be toning down. If you do want to be more subtle, and obviously it depends on skin tones, but for skin tones like mine, I personally like to approach it using a golden colour. A golden colour I love. There is one in that palette, but if you really want to spice it up, I have this Ofra golden highlighter in the shade Rodeo Drive. Really love this. But the only issue is it was bought by my brother's ex, so let's just hope she's not watching. So what I'm going to do now is just gently dab and twist as I press in here, just to mix in any product and pick up any extra onto my sponge. You see how it's really dulling down as I press down and give it a little twist. For the boys out there, all you need to do is a pinch and a twist. We all know how it works. That's it. Then dull on the nose, dab it up on the lip, wham bam. Your wife's called Pam. What do you think? Blam blam. So that's gone. Again, girl, don't matter. The next product that I love is Elf Cosmetics. Yeah. It's the eyebrow pomade in the shade, I believe, dark brown. I feel like we've gone over this a million times. Girl, it ain't got no shade. So what are we going to do with it? Well, I've done it a million times before. For those of you that are new to the channel, I'll show you. For those of you that aren't, you can just skip it by 30 seconds or so. So what I'm going to do is pull out the old drawer, rest my arms and tuck in. So how I like to approach my eyebrows. These are my natural eyebrows, my eyebrow shape. There is no product in this one at all this time. This is au natural. So what I like to do is going in with a fine brush with a comb on the end, is I just dip into the product like so, and all I do is I underline the eyebrow first and then overline and then blend. However, my top tip is draw underneath the eyebrow first like so, So, blam blam. There we go, just to get that initial shape. So this is going to be the underline of my eyebrow now. And I will zigzag and buff this in. And then what you want to do, now that you've done the initial line, blend in some of the colour first, like I'll do now. And now that some of that product is smudged in and looking more subtle and blended and there's less product, you can go in now, because it's much more fainter, on the inner of the eyebrow here. So just go along however far you want it to. You see, so it's much more of a shadowy effect here compared to the depth of it up here. And then all you want to do is just brush the product into the eyebrow here to give it a faded, shadowed effect. Which again, if you do it and you don't like it, by all means, get your beauty blender, girl, because that's going to save the day. So I'm just going to go along and do the eyebrows and I'll be back. So this is a good tutorial on how not to do your eyebrows. That is awful. Look at it. It looks like a stencil I put on wrong. That looks absolutely horrendous. It looks like an upside down strand of a moustache like this flick onto me head. Fuming. So like I told you girls, you need a bit of concealer now and you want your sponge. So, blam blam. Oh, look at that. Simple little blam blam and we are recovered. So now I'm just going to blend and buff and save. So what you can do between fades with the eyebrows is use your comb, because you'd be surprised, by combing the product through, it really does do something. So I would say that's success on the eyebrow. One thick old girl, one dull old girl. I look stupid, I look bold, I look unsavvy. But do you know what? When they're evened out, girl, you're going to love it. So, blam blam. There we go, so eyebrows are done. So now you've got the eyebrows done, my next top tip is to go again with the foundation stick, or whatever you got. Anastasia Beverly Hills works, concealer works, it's fine. Get a bit of the product on the end of the brush, and then only highlight in the arch. So just go in right up to the arch here, and just blend the product out, just because by highlighting just the arch, you'll make your eyebrows look more raised and prominent. Like now that looks raised, that looks flat. You see? Isn't makeup clever? So again, the same on the other side. Small bit of product, you don't need too much. Just tap on with the curve of the brush right up into the corner and just highlight that brow. There we go. We've got two sharp hole brows ready for the next step. So, blam blam. So, third and last step, probably next we've got a full face. We've got the brows, highlight, contour, blush, done. We just need lips and eyes, and then we are done. Cute. So the lips haven't made it onto this list. I'll just be doing a generic lips when we are done with this video. So that means eyeshadow. So my number one eyeshadow palette is the James Charles X Morphe palette. It's old. It's been in the scene for a long time, but it works. So there's so many others I love. You know, I love the Nikki Tutorials palette. I love my Jeffree Star. We all know that. You know, but what you really can't go wrong with is this palette. It has everything. Everything. Look at that. Boring. And you got all the colours. You got blacks, oranges, reds, pinks, purple, blues, green. Girl, we've got the whole bloody dictionary in here. So look at that. What we're gonna do, just to finish off this video, there'll be no talking, there'll be no nothing. If you want eyeshadow ideas, they are on previous videos. Do watch them. They are all on my channel. I'm just gonna do a fast forwarded eyeshadow look now for you to all admire and appreciate. It's gonna be a spooky, booky, wooky little look, you know, just to go with the Halloween vibes. So yeah, I will see you shortly. So, blam blam. Here we have the final look. We've got the plum black and purple lips on. We've got the spooky cross with some dots. Ooh. We've got a cut crease smoky black eye with a red to orange ombre to go with the shirt. I'm getting like pumpkin vibes with bat vibes. I thought about drawing some bats on, but girl, I know I'd ruin. So what do you think? What do you think? Do you like my choices? Were the choices good? You're gonna try the products? Let me know in the comments down below. Any video ideas, please go give me them because I am running low. And that is all. Thank you guys. I love you. Join in next time. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel, follow my Insta. I will be starting the TikTok soon, which is something I don't want to do, but you know, got to roll with the tide, haven't you? So I'll see you later. Bye.